Hey people out there, welcome back to my channel Design with Bala. In this video, I'm going to explain you on how I became a designer. So I'm going to talk about how this idea came into me and what all steps I took and how I was a designer doing graphic designs before and how I moved into UI UX and how I became a product designer. So I'm going to do and I'm going to explain these things in a different approach. I'm going to do a bike moto vlogging exclusively from ooty to talk about my experiences, to talk about my journey and everything. And I think this is going to be very interesting since then can enjoy the scenic view of ooty and also you can hear my entire journey talks on how I became a designer. So let's quickly get started. Hey, hi, hello. My journey began, the seed that was put into my mind was by my mom. So what really happened was, I was not doing good in the differential and integral calculus that we learned during our higher secondaries, and I'm not good at it, and I don't want to do engineering just because you have to have deep knowledge about these calculus things. I think so. So I was looking for an alternative, and my mom suggested me to do bachelor's in art. So that is basically where you get to learn more about drawings, painting, sculptures and visual communication, everything. I did my bachelor's in fine arts from Chennai Government College of Fine Arts. So where I got to learn more about these designs and industrial designs and paintings and other stuffs. So after completing that, I did my parallelly I did my 3D animation course from Mac. So those days 3D was booming up in India, and unluckily when I completed my bachelor's and my course, the booming got down and there were no job vacancies for the 3D thing, especially in India and in Chennai. So what really happened after that was, I selfly learned Photoshop and Illustrator, Adobe Flash, which is now called as Animate, with help of few mentors, and I started to build my own portfolio with that itself. So I couldn't, those days, we used to share portfolios with the help of CDs and sometimes through through pen drives. And yeah, I applied for a lot of companies as a graphic designer. Those days there were no such roles called as product designer, UI UX. They were just called only as designers, and they were expecting us to do all kind of jobs with just one role. So I just got a job in an MNC. I don't want to mention the company's name, so sorry about that. I just got a role in as a graphic designer in that, and I started to slowly pursue in my career. I started to learn new softwares. I learned Adobe's this one, After Effects, Adobe's Premiere Pro, and I started to expertise in Photoshop and in Illustrator and Flash too. It was going for 3-4 years. I was working as a graphic designer, and one day one of my colleagues, I thought he was a developer before, came to me and he asked me few doubts about Photoshop. Okay, so I was shocked literally, and I just re-inquired him again why he wants to know this Photoshop thing, as just because he is a developer, right? I imagined that this fellow was a developer, and yeah, you have to go take the right. Then he said that he does all those product designing things, stuffs and all, UI, UX and everything. And that is the first time I came to know about UI and UX. I was very interested about the topic and the way the work is and way we design something. So we'll be designing a product, right? So that is way more cool. But the thing is that graphic designing and visual designing are UI UX designing are two extremes. So at graphic designing, you will get chance to play with your creativity. You can imagine everything and you can create something, but there will be no one to judge your designs at all. Okay, but whereas in UI UX, it all works in a logical way. You have to be very logical. You have to reason everything. Why you have kept that? Why you did that? Why you designed that? What is the reason for this flow and everything? So it should be logical. But whereas in graphic design, things work differently. And this thing interested me in a lot, just because I was like working as a graphic designer for more than 4 plus years, I think. Then I slowly got interested into this UI UX. I was a self UI UX learner. I googled through, I watched a lot of YouTube videos, and also I got advices from the mentors and my managers over there in the company, and I just start building my portfolio for the UI UX thing then. So there only I came to know that we have to have a web-based portfolio. So I started to build my own portfolio with the UI UX and other stuff. So I started to create dashboards. One good thing I did was that, before learning stuff, before starting to create my own designs, I started to replicate designs that are available already on the net. So I just go Google some pages. Say for example, if I want to design a sign up page, I just type in sign up page and I just get the designs over there, and I won't create a mood board. I just pick a good design from that and I start replicating that, so that it gave me a better understanding how the components, how the things really worked. Okay, so to understand the basic concepts of UI and UX, I just started to replicate those designs, and I replicated I think around 20 to 30 designs, so that I got a good understanding about this domain. And later I just went through a lot of study materials. I just spent a lot of time to do that, and at first I found it really very difficult, because graphic designing is something you can do it out of your creativity, but UI UX is something totally different. You can't just design something on your own. You have to work as a team. So the team collaboration, the meetings, the developer meetings, the pre-em meetings and everything, those were really new to me, and I found it really hard at the first. And my manager, he really helped me to pass through that. He taught me how to read a requirement document first, and slowly he started to teach me on how to design the UX part of it. So how to bring out the solution, how to understand the problem at first. So yeah, as the time passes, I just started to expertise in that domain as well, and later I started to build my own portfolio and I started to create my own designs. And yes, then from being a visual designer, I wanted to move into the UX thing. So where you get to meet the users, where you get to understand the users, where you actually find the problem and design solutions for it, right? Then I just wanted to do that, and I came to know about there is an opening in another company, and I applied to that, and I am right now working in that company. And yeah, I'm working as a product designer over there, and I'll be designing solutions for the problems we face, for the customers face in the product. And slowly I started to understand the concept behind UX. So again, still now I am just going through a lot of study materials and case studies, so that you have to stay on your trend, right? You have to stay with the trend, and to do that, I think still now I don't skip my designing part. I still design. I participate in a lot of design challenges. I do that, and though I am not consistent, but some way or the other I am trying to put in my efforts to learn those things. With proper dedicated practice and consistency, anyone can become a designer. So it's not a big deal, it's not a rocket science. You would find it hard to learn. It's all about practice and dedication. You need to keep it. That's it. So if you dedicate yourself, you have to be open to feedback. You have to stay calm if your design undergoes a lot of iterations. So you have to accept things first, Yes, that is all about designing and my journey, and how I became a designer is simply like that. And I think you found this video very useful and informative. And also, if you really like the approach of explaining design stuff while motovlogging or while riding, please let me know in the comment, and like the video if you do. And please don't forget to subscribe my channel, and also hit the bell icon. Only then the efforts I put in will reach you for sure. See you in another video soon. Until then, bye bye. Happy creating.